Hey, can you see behind me that we got a fresh round of snow last night? And that's not the real problem. The real problem is that it's cold and that north wind's blowing about 20 miles an hour. And I'm really procrastinating going out and getting my shovel and cleaning off the sidewalks and the driveway, but it must be done. But it just seemed better to stay in and talk to you for a few minutes. We're talking about getting stronger this year, stronger spiritually, mentally, emotionally, yes, even financially, stronger, maybe even physically in our bodies, getting healthier. But let's also talk about being stronger relationally. And so we're going to be talking about that in this coming week at Cornerstone Church in all of our locations. I've noticed something, it's a dangerous trend that one person gets offended. And Jesus talked about in the end of times how people would become so easily offended. As a matter of fact, in Matthew 24, he said that the love of many would grow cold in the last days. And I'm just seeing people just breaking relationships, severing lifelong relationships based on the witness or the testimony of one other person. One other person has a bad experience, and that becomes then the new normal towards this person. I've noticed, look, you go and check out a restaurant online in Yelp or whatever, and one person has a bad wait experience with their wait staff, or their food wasn't exactly what they were expecting it to be, and they go on a rant on social media or out on that application, and other people then feel free to join in. I've noticed this about restaurants. I've noticed this about other retail establishments and car dealerships, whatever, and people are so quick to jump on and throw their opinion towards this individual or this business based not on their own experience, but by the testimony or the witness of one other person. Let me just say, guard your relationships. Your relationships are so valuable. God put friends and people in our lives so to help us through the storms and the difficulties of life, but also to be there to cheer us on when things are going well. This one tip, and it's so vital, and it's so important that we pay attention to this one thing. 1 Timothy 5:19, do not listen to an accusation against an elder unless it is confirmed by 2 or 3 witnesses. Guys, let's not just base our opinion of other people because of what somebody else said. Guys, that's not fair. You don't want to be judged that way. Therefore, don't judge others that way. Certainly, if this becomes a pattern of 2 or 3 or your own experience, then maybe you can use some caution. But let's not just jump on the offenses of others and dogpile on that person. Let's do what Jesus said. Let's go to that person, our own self. If we can't get it resolved between the two of us, then let's take some other people witness with us. But guys, I'm just tired of seeing relationships broken on the testimony of one person, or that a business really suffers because one customer had a bad experience. What about the hundreds? What about the thousands that they treated well? Guys, let's not be so quick to throw away the relationships that God has put in our life. Certainly, we need to evaluate our relationships. There's people we're spending too much time with, but I would say there's people that we're not spending enough time with. Let's be more gracious in our relationship with other people. Jesus said, let's treat other people in the same way that we would want them to treat us. Amen. Let's have healthy relationships this year. God bless.